Up next on Eyewitness News, 2 canoeists lost in the Boundary Waters for several days and nights have been rescued. Representative Rick Nolan has announced he's decided to not run for governor of Minnesota. And most people will watch this weekend's Duluth Air Show from ground level. Next on Eyewitness News, we take you into a cockpit.
Live from the WDIO broadcast studios, this is Eyewitness News at 6 on WDIO WIRT.
Good evening, I'm Darren Danielson. Thank you for joining us. We'll get to those top stories in just a minute, but first we need to tell you about a developing traffic situation. One on exit 253B, that's 40th Avenue West, and the exit of 254 is another accident on the Bong Bridge. You can see those red dots on your screen right now. Now here's what we know. The Duluth-bound lanes, both Duluth-bound lanes from Superior on US 2 are closed at the moment. This is video that we took from our harbor cam just a little bit ago. You can see emergency crews on the bridge. This is started about a half hour ago at about 5:25. The Wisconsin State Patrol has confirmed that there's been a crash on the bridge. They estimate that closure there could last up to 2 hours. Again, there is both lanes coming to Duluth are closed. There is one lane open heading from Duluth to Superior as well. So you can imagine the traffic is moving very, very slowly. Again, 2 accidents here where the red dots are. Drivers headed from Superior to Duluth should not take the Bong Bridge. The lanes are closed. They should instead take the Blotnick Bridge or the Oliver Bridge. Details are sketchy, just coming in right now. We have developing news taking place here. We've got a crew on the scene, on both scenes actually, and we'll update you as soon as we learn more. But all this happening as many people are coming into Duluth on a busy Friday night because we are just hours away from the Duluth Air Show this weekend, a major Duluth event. Our reporters Taylor Holt and Bailey Warfield are live with preparations out at the airport tonight. How's it going, you two?
Hi, Darren. Well, we're doing just great, enjoying the beautiful weather we have tonight while it lasts.
Yeah, and taking a chance to see some of the things that are going to be here at the air show this weekend. You can see the Blue Angels behind us, and Taylor, you were kind of the ground reporter today, you could say.
I was. I actually had a very thrilling experience, though, today on one of the newest attractions that will be at the air show, thanks to the U.S. Army. It's called the Burke, and if you ever wondered what it's like to be an operator in the Navy, this pretty much answers that. The mobile display virtually showcases the experiences of being in today's Navy, including driving a high-speed assault craft and extracting Navy SEALs from enemy territory. So how does it work? Well, without giving too much away, you're registered with a picture and dog tag that keeps all your information, and then you're given a mission to complete. Throughout the experience, participants will be wearing a headset, goggles, and other pieces of technology that enact the realistic sights, sounds, and feeling of that mission. Chief Petty Officer Jason Wynn says the goal is to give people a better understanding into the important work the Navy does.
We want to be able to tell the Navy story. As you know, the world is, 70% water, 80% of which the population lives next to the water. And with 90% of commerce traveling on the water, we have to be 100% on watch. And this simulation helps give that reality to those individuals who are in it. Like I said, if you're young at heart or young in body, this gives you an opportunity to see what today's Navy is.
After the experience, participants will be able to get feedback on how they did and also get a chance to learn a little bit more about other jobs in the Navy. The air show is one of the first places this simulator is being used, and Wynn says it's one of the closest experiences a person can get to being in the Navy. And it will be on site both days of the air show. Now, Bailey, I wouldn't say I'm ready to take to the waters, but it was definitely an eye-opening experience, and you had a much different view from mine today.
I did. A lot of unique experiences at the air show. Mine was from the air. I took a flight in an L-39 jet, so I learned a little about this aircraft before we took off. It's an L-39, like I said, from Ukraine, and it has a name, Natasha. Bill Jansen, my pilot, bought her from the Ukrainian Air Force in 1999, but he says she was built in 1985. Now, this jet is primarily used for training, but now it's Bill's personal jet for fun and to display at air shows. So today he took me with him after getting strapped in and a quick reminder not to touch anything. We were on the tarmac and in the skies. Now, he did let me steer a little bit once we were in the clear, but that was the tame stuff. Before we took off, I told Bill not to hold back, so he let me feel some G-force. We warmed up with 2 Gs, and then he challenged me to lift my arms with 4 Gs, and that was my workout for the day. Your body feels really heavy with all that force, and for the finale, well, let's just say my world turned upside down.
Okay, here we go. We're going to pitch it up. We're going to stop the pitch. Here we go.
Good morning, Coach. Here's 12 Whiskey Uniform.
Just to get the excitement so people can see that wonderful machines like this are available and get the interest, because we need more pilots, and it's just a fantastic fun thing to do.
And I feel like I can attest to that. Now, that's the smallest plane that I've ever been in, but I do always prefer the window seat, so maybe it was just the right one for me. And, you know, I asked if that's as crazy as he usually gets when he's just flying on his own, and he said it gets more intense than that, but he didn't want me to throw up. And I'm not sure if that's offensive or thoughtful. I don't know.
Oh my God, that ride seemed really intense.
It
but
was.
You didn't throw up, so
I didn't.
Good.
I had a great time. I could have kept going.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. Well, a fun day either way. Back to you, Darren.
Sounds like you both had a great day. Thank you very much, ladies. And if the air show were to have been held today, weather would have been ideal. Meteorologist Dana Zimmer is in for Justin tonight. A spectacular day today, Dana.
Yeah, you know, a spectacular day here across the Northland, a lot of sunshine, but we did see some cooler conditions develop near the lake as those winds became more easterly by the afternoon. So taking a look at those temperatures right now, you can see that it is much cooler down near the lake by about 20 degrees or so. Down near the lake, we're in the 50s, and up on the hill, 70s. Now, further west of the Twin Ports, many areas saw temperatures rising into the mid-80s. Right now, Bemidji at 85. So a very warm day, well above the average for areas west. Those winds right now off the lake. So it will be a kind of a chilly night if you're heading on, or you're planning on heading down towards Canal Park. And here's a quick look at our current conditions right now across the Northland. Again, 71 here in Duluth, 68 in Ashland, and then 80s across much of northern Minnesota and northern Wisconsin. Darren?
All right, we'll talk to you some more in a bit, Dana. Thank you much. Well, to other news tonight, the search for canoeists in the Boundary Waters is now over. 2 people from the Twin Cities have been found. The St. Louis County Rescue Squad did a land, air, and water search. They looked for overdue parties on a canoe trip off the Echo Trail. The group was due out of the wilderness area on Monday. But around 1 o'clock this morning, a Minnesota State Patrol aircraft was searching for the party near Oyster Lake. The plane was signaled by the lost party with a flashlight. Shortly after, a helicopter from the Air Guard retrieved 2 stranded canoers. Both were okay, but taken to the Ely Hospital as a precautionary measure. We've just learned today that Congressman Rick Nolan is not going to run for Minnesota governor. Several had encouraged the Democrat to make a bid for governor, while others urging him to stay in Congress. He currently represents Minnesota's 8th congressional district. In a statement, Nolan says America is at a tipping point, and he wishes to devote his energy and experience in moving the nation forward to stop powerful elements determined to roll back progress. Much more still to come here tonight at 6. Comedian Kathy Griffin's controversial anti-Trump activities have led Senator Al Franken to change his plans. We'll explain. And gun safety classes may become part of the public school curriculum in Wisconsin. Details when Eyewitness News continues.